expected to be a $30 trillion market. That's part of the reason why AT&T wants a piece of it, Google wants a piece of it. So it was a risk, but we took that risk. We're still here, so I'm happy. So is my wife. We focus on connecting money and mobility. What that really means is mobile is a very unique form factor, as you can imagine. It's a device that's always on the network, perhaps even more so than your computer. So it has got relevance in online transactions, but it's always on you as well. So it's got probably more so than your wallet in some cases. So it's got relevance in the physical world transactions. If you were to guess, physical world transactions for payments is any idea what percentage of transactions that is, even in a mature market like the US? 1.5. Okay. So latest census data, last quarter, in the US, physical world transactions is 95% of retail. Everybody's excited about online, but it's negligible. That's really why mobile for payments is a very unique form factor. What we do is, if you can see this slide, today we consider virtual world payments based on what you know. If I happen to know your 16-digit credit card number, I could buy something, which is okay. You know, people have gotten used to it. It's becoming less and less secure, but let's leave the security aside. But that's how we do virtual world today. Physical world, you can't walk into 7-Eleven and say, hey, I have my 16-digit Visa card number. They won't sell you anything. You need to have something physical. So you need to have something with you, what you have. So if these two have to converge into a mobile form factor, because remember, that's where 95% of retail is. Addressing just this in a mobile is not that interesting. So what we focused on is solve the more difficult problem. Because imagine going to AT&T and saying, can I get access to the SIM card? They will give it to you if you're a bank, if you give them half of your transaction fee. That's really the contention in the market. Big business, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, if you don't know, have gotten together, formed a joint venture called ISIS. When was the last time 3 phone companies got together? So it's a big market because they own the SIM card. You all know Google announced Google Wallet because they own the secure element inside their devices. And some, not all. What we do is we build security so that it's level playing field. So we sort of think of that as what web brought to electronic commerce. Before web, if you don't know, you should go type the word VID00003 on YouTube. You'll see the very first e-commerce implementation by AT&T in 1979. And then came AOL, Prodigy, CompuServe. They didn't provide financial services. They provided beautiful content, perhaps. But financial services really needs to be provided by the bank. So we build the technology for the banks. So the wallet is built for the banks to deliver to the consumers. Not by Google, not by AT&T. So that's the technology that we built. I won't bore you with the technology itself, but suffice to say, not only Google and AT&T and BFA see mobile to be banking and payments in 2 distinct sectors. That's how analysts see it too. We don't see it that way. We see banking and payments to be one. So what I'm going to do is, instead of boring you with architecture and all that stuff, I'll show you a couple of videos so you can get a sense for what we do.